An invasive species can be any kind of organism. An amphibian, like the cane toad, plant, insect, fish, fungi, bacteria, or even organism seeds or eggs that is not native to an ecosystem and causes harm. They can harm the environment, the economy, or even human health. Invasive species are often spread by human activity. This is normally accidental. Unknowingly, humans can carry them on their shoes or clothing. Humans can carry bacteria, eggs, or even animals with them that can alter or invade the environment. Boats can also carry smaller organisms on their propellers, and larger ships can carry organisms through their ballast water. Species within the Long Island Sound is the Asian shore crab. The crab was first spotted on the coast of New Jersey in 1988. Nobody knows for sure how they got there, but it's highly likely that they were carried as larvae on a cargo ship's ballast. The crab later then spread throughout the Northeast and even managed to get as far as North Carolina. The crabs compete with other native species like mud crabs, blue crabs, and lobsters for food.
The National Wildlife Federation works to attack the problem of invasive species by serving as a lead partner in the National Environmental Coalition on Invasive Species, a national partnership that provides a scientific voice on invasive species policy. They establish and strengthen federal policy restricting the importation of potentially damaging plant and animal species into aquatic ecosystems. They have advocated for new legislation to require treatment of basalt water in ocean-going vessels, a primary introduction pathway for damaging aquatic invasive species. They also actively advocate for robust restoration funding in the Great Lakes and other major ecosystems to repair the damage caused by existing native invasive species.
The impacts of invasive species on our natural ecosystems and economy cost billions of dollars each year. Invasive species cause harm to wildlife in many ways. When a new aggressive species is introduced in an ecosystem, it may not have any natural predators or controls. It can breed and spread quickly and take over an area. An example of this is the Asian shore crab. This crab is from Japan and has been brought over to the East Coast. It is now competing with all the other crabs and shellfish for resources and hunting their population. Native wildlife might not have evolved defenses against the invader and may not have been able to compete with a species that has no predators. Invasive species can also impact human health. Invasive zebra mussels accumulate toxins in their tissues. PCBs come from factories and enter sediments of lakes and end up in the tissues of mussels and other shellfish. When other organisms prey on these mussels, the toxins are passed up the food chain and can enter animals consumed by humans. These toxins are known to be cancer-causing and can cause other bad health issues as well. According to Health Canada, an accumulation of chemicals in the body can lead to problems in the nervous system and liver and kidney cancer. But sometimes invasive species are more than this and can become dangerous. For example, the lionfish. It is native to the Indo-Pacific and is entering the water regions around Florida. The creature has venomous spiny fin rays and uses these to attack their prey. This can become dangerous to the humans that enter the water because of how deadly the venom is in these fish.
There are a few ways to help detect marine invasive species early. Because marine invasive species can grow and reproduce quickly and frequently, it is extremely important to identify unwanted species in your area early. If you come across a species you believe to be invasive, take a photo and record the location and the date you found it, and make sure you report it to any type of organization that limits and gets rid of invasive species. These organizations include NOAA, the Aquatic Nuisance Species Task Force, the National Wildlife Federation, or the National Marine Sanctuaries Program. Also, don't release pets because they disrupt food chains. For example, the lionfish can disrupt local food webs by preying on fish eggs and small invertebrates, causing excess algae growth by rooting up plants and releasing nutrients, and harm native fish species by spreading parasites and exotic diseases. The lionfish was brought to the U.S. from the Indo-Pacific for aquariums and released into the oceans around Florida. Another way to help is if you own a boat, always clean it after use. This can help prevent the spread of aquatic and marine invasive species by thoroughly cleaning your boat and recreational gear after use, and especially before introducing it into a new water body. According to Stop Aquatic Hitchhikers, a motto you can go by is clean, drain, and dry. If you plan on going to a different body of water, follow this motto in order to prevent invasive species from tagging along with you.